it's Alicia here, and I am coming to do a WWE video. In this video, I got inspired from yesterday night, and I want to come and talk about Corey Gray's comments. And there's one comment he said, and he was trying to say, oh, Mandy Rose is a future women's champion. And y'all, what I'm fit to say, I hope nobody takes too offensive, because what I'm going to say, I'm just speaking of what I see, and this is just my thoughts and my opinions. I do want to hear from y'all. So as y'all know, Corey Gray's, how you say, kiss up to saying, oh, Mandy Rose will be a future Divas champion. Now knowing about this feud between Mandy Rose and Mandy Rose and Naomi, I decided to go and I'm going to tell y'all what divas I consider more of a women's champion, meaning they could be a women's champion one day, and what divas I considered, oh, they could have been a divas champion if they still had the Divas Championship. Okay? The reason I'm saying this is because you got some divas you probably could see as a women's champion, but then you got the ones that maybe never will become a women's champion, and I will have to put Mandy Rose in that thing. Yeah, she's pretty good, but her caliber of wrestling is her caliber of wrestling and being sneaky and being vindictive and cheating to win is never going to get her a championship. Not if that championship is handed to her and somebody helps her win a title belt. I'm just saying. Now, to get me to say, I did put these good women in categories. So we are going to start off with the women who I consider as women wrestlers. Meaning, these are women who I can see being a women's champion. Now, these are the women that is on the main roster of Raw and SmackDown. This is excluding NXT. And that's excluding NXT and UK NXT. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first, we are going to start with all the women who I consider that could be women's champions in the women's division when it comes to the women's title belt. In no particular order, we have Ronda Rousey, who is the current women's champion. We have Nia Jax, Natalya, Naomi, Mickie James, Amber Moon, Dana Brooks, Charlotte Flair. We have Nikki Bella, so I will come back to her. Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Becky Lynch, Bayley, Asuka, Alex Bliss, and Sasha Banks, Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Sonya Deville. Last but not least, Tamina. But I will have to put Maurice and Paige up in this category if they were still wrestling at the moment. If Paige didn't have that injury, I will put her in that category. If Maurice had somebody to babysit her daughter and think, oh, I can put her in that category. Now, Paige and Maurice will come up again, so bear with me. To get me to say, those are my women who could hold that women's title belt. So let me talk about a few that is on this list. Let's see. Let's talk about Dana Brooks. Let me tell y'all, I feel like Dana Brooks could be let's just say, a hell of a women's champion if she had that opportunity to go for that women's title belt. Like I have always said on my old channel and in the past few months, past year, I always have said Dana Brooks is a much talented wrestler that's not being utilized in the right way. They are trying to give her the push at the moment, but she needs to be pushed furthermore. Further mean to get to say, when I see Dana Brooks more as a combination of two females. I see her a combination of Beth Phoenix, but I also see her as a combination of China. I see her more as a China type thing than Beth Phoenix, but she's a blend of the two. As you remember, Beth Phoenix was muscular. She had muscle. She did a lot of things that no women couldn't do. And I promise y'all, I feel like if Dana Brooks worked hard enough and become more popular enough, I feel like she probably could be in the men's Royal Rumble one day. Be the fifth woman to actually has done it. But we're gonna have to wait and see where her wrestling career this year is going to go. So yeah. Now another woman I want to talk about in that same category, Naomi. As y'all know, Naomi is in this, I say, frivolous feud with Mandy Rose, just to push over Mandy Rose. Now, I don't think that's the way to go about it. And the reason I'm saying that is none other Naomi is a hell of a female wrestler, because have we ever seen any female wrestlers high fly? We got a couple that high fly, but that's gonna come at a later date. She has all the tricks. Let me just say, she has all the tricks, hooks, backflips, and everything, and she's almost a splitting image of she's like, Naomi's almost a splitting image of none other Lita. She's almost a splitting image of the late Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, current male superstar on the roster, Rey Mysterio. That's what Naomi is. But she brings that tricks and hits. But the one thing, powerhouse, the reason she is one of several popular black wrestlers over there is, one, not because she's married to Jimmy Uso, one, because she has that cheerleading background, and the cheerleading background worked for her. That's number two. Now, I'm gonna end it out, coming out to number three. Amber Moon, like I said, another beautiful African-American woman who has what it takes. Now, Amber Moon, I thought, as soon as she got on there, and I thought the feud between her and Tamina and Nia Jax, I thought that was gonna bump her up into being, champion. Now, to get me to say, I actually do feel Amber Moon is entitled for a women's title belt. I feel like maybe later this year, as soon as she get that elbow looked at and have that surgery, and then she comes back, I think she will have a chance of winning. But yeah. Now, when it comes to my other one more woman, I would say Sarah Logan. Now, I can see Sarah Logan as a women's champion, not a tag team champion. I say a women's champion. She has a let's just say a gimmick and stitch that no one has, and it's worth it. It's very worth it. If she split away from the Riot Squad, I think she would do phenomenally well. Now, y'all, those are the women who I consider being more of a women's wrestler than a divas wrestler. Now, you might hear some more names come back up because of this list. So let's get started. So we're just going to go with women who I consider more of a diva wrestler, if they still had that divas title belt in play, and they had the women's title belt and a divas title belt for every woman can compete for. Now, I consider Alicia Fox more of a diva wrestler than a women's wrestler. I see Billie Kay, Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, Carmella, Lana, Liv Morgan, Mandy Rose, Peyton Royce, and Xena Vega, more as a women's wrestler. Now, if you don't know, and Maria Kanellis more as if Maria Kanellis was wrestling, also her. To get me to say those women I actually consider more as a divas wrestler, I can't see them ever being, like I'm saying, I'm speaking my opinion, my thoughts. I see them more as a not as a women's wrestler, but more as a divas wrestler. So if they had if they had the women's wrestling title belt, I feel like they probably could have kept the divas title belt, and they could have just, okay, oh, okay, this is how many of y'all divas are in the women's title belt, but they not. So it's some women that I'm saying I cannot see as a women's wrestler, but they are more of a divas title belt era woman wrestler. To get me to say, I feel like Corey Graves' comment when he's made the comment, Mandy Rose would be a women's wrestler. I don't think that will ever happen. That's one. And number two, and I actually going to say it, I don't see Mandy Rose as a women wrestler. Like, I cannot see her as a women's wrestler. That's just it. I see her more as a divas wrestler. A divas wrestler when they had a divas title belt. But that's just my opinion. But I want to hear from all of y'all. And the question of the day is, what woman do you see as a women's wrestler, and what woman you see as a women's wrestler, and what woman do you see as a diva wrestler? And those are just things you can answer. But the big question of the day is Mandy Rose a women's wrestler, quality wrestler? Or is she more of a diva quality wrestler? Okay, y'all, let's get this conversation popping. Until then, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe.